Julia Konstantinova is a teacher in St. Petersburg, Russia. As she puts it, for a long time Russians and Americans felt themselves to be friends. Then something was ruined. She met with Sharon Tennyson and the American delegates from the Center for Citizens Initiatives to discuss the growing rift between the countries. Small groups of Russians and Americans met with each other, and afterwards Julia agreed to this brief interview.
I'm not a film star, movie star, but just now I'm working on the restoration of the face of the United States in the maybe conscience of the Russian people, because I should say that for a long period of time we felt ourselves like friends. Then something was ruined. Not by the Americans, because unfortunately the Russian citizens, they were not in contact with normal American citizens. They were just listening over the TV what did the American government announced against Russia. And that's why, but I want them to feel something mutual in the relations between our countries. And I think they will feel it. Because I used to say that they are absolutely the same. My students, I used to ask me, teacher, Mrs. please tell us, how do the American young people behave themselves? I used to say, absolutely like you. They are not more silly or not more clever. They're absolutely similar to you. They like to goof off. They like to play truant like you. They like to do a lot of things like you, but they are clever. They're eager to know something interesting about Russia, and I think that there is not any particular difference between you and them, and you have to understand it.
Where would you like to see Russia in 10 years? How would you like to see Russia change in 10 years?
Of course, I am a citizen of Russia, and I want it to be flourishing in 10 years. I want to live in peace with all the countries, to peace with the United States, to peace with the European countries. I want it not to be threatened by any other, maybe even the shadow of war. I want to just to be wealthy.
Mm-hmm. You know, Russians love the American people, but something has happened with the government that has caused Russians to perhaps distrust Americans. Can you tell us what that is?
Russians can't trust Americans.
No, they can't trust the American government.
You see, it's a very difficult question. For example, if you talk with the Russian citizens, simple Russian citizens, I don't mean the politician, you will be very surprised, because in general, the attitude to the United States didn't change. I used to say to my students, the only thing that the attitude of the country has to be based on the attitude of the government of the country towards the kids and towards to the pensioners. The attitude of the American government towards their kids and towards their pensions is wonderful, I think. So as far as I know, because I know it quite well. As to the Russia, we have a great problem with the retired people, and you see, I have two granddaughters and know how to just try to save money for their education, even to buy them some new, unfortunately, some new clothes, some new things, some new toys. Everything has become extremely expensive. I don't want to blame in it, for example, the United States. It would be a very foolish idea, I think so, because all the toys and all the things are produced in Russia. Why did they raise the prices for these things? I don't know. Mm-hmm. You see.
Sharon, do you have a question? No? Okay. What do you teach?
Try to guess. Try to guess. I'm teaching English.
Oh, you're teaching English. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I'm trying to teach, you see, not only English, but the love to England, the love to America, the love to English-speaking countries. Because one very clever scientist, who was a philologist, very clever one, he said, if you want to learn the English, the first thing you have to do is to fall in love with the country that speaks this language. Mm-hmm. And the first thing we have to do is to make them fall in love with America, with England, and after that it will be easy for me to teach them to speak English, I think so.
Right. Why did you decide to come here today?
Because first of all, I love and appreciate Sharon. I know her for a long period of time. And on another side, I think that who but not me I think so. We have to do something because I'm roughly against the situation when the people say that, oh, Americans, they're so. I'm roughly against such a situation. I think that we have to understand that the Americans are like us. We like Americans. There's no any particular difference, you see, between us and your country. And I want us to remain our friendly relations that existed for a long period of time. I think so.
Yeah, I didn't catch your name at the beginning. What is it?
What is my name? Julia.
Julian? Yeah.
Julia Konstantinova.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Julian, so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.